in a transistor, because of the minority charge carrier, there is a current that produced in a transistor. That minority charge carrier are generated by applying thermal effect. Means by this minority carrier they are produced applying a temperature. Okay, so that current name as ICBO. Okay, what do we mean by ICBO? It is a reverse current, reverse that flows from collector to base, and when at that case my emitter is open circuit. That's why the name ICBO, that is collected to base current. This O represents the open circuit emitter. Okay, this current ICBO we generally neglect in our calculation, in our numericals. We generally neglect this ICBO because its range is in the nanoampere, means 10 to the power minus 9. That's why we can neglect. If in a question it is not given about ICBO, we can easily neglect this one. But for practical cases, there is this ICO, it is there in every transistor. There is a small leakage current. This is a small leakage current in addition to the diode current, that is ICBO. It is the collected to base current when my emitter is open circuit. This ICBO, it depend upon temperature. This ICBO, it depend upon temperature because as I said, it is generated because of the minority charge carrier, and the minority charge carrier they are thermally generated, means by applying a temperature. So this ICBO it depend upon temperature. So this ICBO double for every 10 degree rise in temperature. This ICBO double means if it is ICBO at T1, then at 10 degree rise means T1 plus 10 degree, it will become 2 ICBO. Are you getting or not? For ICBO, let's say temperature T1, it is ICBO, that is the collector to base current at emitter is open circuit. And when I will increase my temperature by 10 degree, then my current will become 2 times, that is ICBO, 2 ICBO. So this is a small leakage current that is always present in a transistor. Now we will see the graphical representation of IC versus VBE. We know what is our IC. Our IC is nothing but IS e power VBE upon VT. It is a exponential term or not? So my graph between IC and VBE, that is base to emitter voltage, small VBE, this is small IC. So how the graph will look like? It is an exponential curve. So it is exponentially rise. It will rise exponentially. This value is nothing but 0.5. Okay, this value is 0.5 and this value is around 0.8. The relation, we know that our in an active region, our IC is independent of VCB. We learned before that it doesn't depend upon VCB, but it depends upon VBE. So as VBE will change, my IC will change. You see, here the VB for 0.5 volt, before 0.5 volt my current is 0 or negligibly small. Okay, there is some current but that is negligibly small, that is almost approximate to 0, and it increases as the voltage VB crosses 0.5 volt. So generally we took a value in diode case, if you remember that in diode case that we took a value of 0.7. That is the constant voltage drop 0.7. Here also in the question our VB value will always be 0.7 in any numerical. If it is not mentioned, you have to take my VB value VBE, that is base to emitter voltage, as 0.7 volt. Okay, this IC here you see till this point my graph is straight line, and after certain value it is increasing at a rapidly increase. This is why because of this 1 by Vt term that is present in exponential. What is the value of Vt? At a room temperature our Vt is 25 millivolt. So 1 by Vt, which is nothing but 1 by 25 millivolt. Millivolt means it is 1000. It will move to the 10 to the minus 3, move to the numerator, it will become 10 to the 3, which is nothing but 1000 upon 25. What the value will become? It will become 40. So 1 by Vt is nothing but 40. Okay. So you see, in place of what I can write? I can write Is e power 40 VBE. Okay. And we know our exponential term increases rapidly. E square value, what is the value of E? E is 2.7. E square 2.7 square means it's approximately less than 8, nearly equal to 7 or 8, in a range between 7 and 8. Again 2.7 q, that is equal to EQ. It will again increase, it might be 25 around. So you see, if I will take a 1 by Vt value, that is 40, that is e power 40, this value will become a very large amount. This large amount shows a sudden rise in my graph. This IC versus VB graph, this sudden rise is because of this 1 by Vt constant term. Okay. So our this IC, by varying a VB, my IC value changes according to the temperature. Let's take, this is a temperature T1. If I will increase my temperature 1 degree Celsius, then my VBE will decrease by 2 millivolt. Okay, if let's take T1 equal to 30 degree. This is the graph for 30 degree. So if I will take my T2, which is nothing but 31 degree, there is a 1 degree rise in temperature axis. There is a 1 degree rise. So what will happen? My voltage, let's take here the voltage is 0.5 volt. This is 0.5 volt. VB is 0.5 volt. That temperature is something that is 30 degree. Let's say 0.7. So at 31, what will happen? My VB will become 0.5. There is a decrease in 2 millivolt decrease for 1 degree rise in temperature. Means whatever the value, you have to decrease by 2 millivolt. It might be around 0.68. So my graph, it will become this. This is for T1, this is for T2. I think no, this is for T1, this is for T2. My T1 is 30 degree, T2 is, this is T2, this is T1. This is 30 degree, this is 31 degree. But as I increase my temperature, my voltage decreased. This my voltage decreased than previous one. So you remember in the IC versus VB characteristic, as I will increase my temperature by 1 degree, my VB value will decrease by 2 millivolt. We will see some numerical based upon this ICPO, including ICPO and this temperature also. Okay, here my T2, that is greater than T1. That's why my VB is changing. This is the graph between IC versus VB. Similarly, we can draw graph between our IE versus VBE. Also, IB versus VBE. Similar to IC versus VB, we can draw these two graphs also. But what the value will change? Here my IC is nothing but IS e power VBE upon VT. In IE case, what it will become? It will become ISE e power VBE upon VT. And in place of ISE, I have to put IS upon alpha. Similarly, for IB equation, I have to write ISB, which is nothing but IS upon beta e power VBE upon VT. In both case, the IE also depend upon VBE, exponential rise in VBE. IB also depend upon exponential rise in VBE. But they will vary according to the value of alpha and beta. Okay, so this is for the NPN case. So what will happen in PNP? As we discussed in the last video, in our PNP, our VBE, that will change to VEB, and everything rest that is same. Means IC is nothing but IS e power VEB upon VT. Okay, similarly my IB and IE, they will change, but only in place of VB you have to put VEB. So remember, in a numerical you have to check whether it is given VBE or VEB. If it is given VBE, then you have to think that whether that is NPN or PNP. That is NPN. If it is given VEB, then it is in PNP. Now let's do some numerical based upon this. So this is a numerical. The question is on your screen. You can have a look. So in the question, it is given, you have to design a transistor such that in this transistor beta value is given 100, VBE, that is equal to 0.8 volt at current equal IC current is nothing but 1 milliampere. You have to design a circuit so that a 2 milliampere current will flow through this IC and a voltage VC whose value should be 0.5 volt. So we have to design means we have to find the value of RC and value of RE. Okay. So from here, can you tell this is which type of transistor? Whether it is NPN or PNP. How you have to see? For NPN, my both emitter, collector and base current will enter and they will leave from the through this emitter. This is the base current, this is collector current. So you see here collector current is coming, here base current is coming, both are the arrowhead that is present will show the direction of emitter current. So this is emitter current means this is the emitter terminal and current is leaving at the emitter terminal means this is NPN transistor. If the circuit looks like this, then it is PNP, because for PNP my emitter current will enter at emitter, they will leave at base and they will leave at collector. So here the emitter current will come, it will leave at base, it will leave at collector. Okay, so first for finding this RC, what we have to do? We have to first find the collector current that is at 2 milliampere. We know our IC that is nothing but IS e power VBE upon VT. Let's take this is IC1, this is VBE1. Then what will become IC2, which is nothing but IS, that is same saturation current, e power VBE2 upon VT. If I divide this by this, then IC2 upon IC1, which is nothing but IS, it will cancel out. So what it will remain? E power VBE 1 upon VT divided by e power VBE 2 upon VT. Then it will become e power VBE, sorry, this is 2, this is 1. So e power VBE 2 minus e power VBE 1 divided by VT. Okay, then what I will get? To remove this e exponential, what I have to do? I have to take ln, that is log base e. So ln IC2 upon IC1, which is nothing but VBE2 minus VBE1 upon VT. Now this VT will multiply to this side, then what it will become? VBE2 minus VBE1 is nothing but VT times ln IC2 upon IC1. Then I know which value, VBE1 I know and I know IC1 and also I know IC2. So my IC2 is nothing but 2 milliampere, this is 2, this is 1, VT which is nothing but 25 millivolt. So my VBE2 which will be VBE1 plus VT ln IC2 upon IC1. So you put each and every value that is given, 2 milliampere, 1 milliampere, VT 25 millivolt, this is 0.8 volt. Then you might get a value that is VBE2 that is maybe approximate to 0.819 or any value that you will get, 0.9 something that you will get. After putting all these values and after solving you will get a value of VBE2. Now what I have to do? I have to find the value of RC. Now here I came to know the value of current is 2 milliampere is given. How to find this RC? This RC, across this RC the current will flow IC. So my RC value which is nothing but 1.5, this voltage minus this voltage upon the current. This is the voltage 1.5 minus. For 2 milliampere, what is the voltage that should be present at VC? That is question is in question it is given 0.5 volt should be present at VC when a 2 milliampere current will flow. But at 1 milliampere current the voltage that is not given. So I can take the second option. The second part of this question, that is 1.5 volt minus VC value is nothing but 0.5 volt divided by a current of 2 milliampere that is flowing. So this is nothing but 1 by 2 milliampere, which is nothing but 0.5 kilo ohm. Okay, so this is the value of RC. Now I have to find the value of RE, then only my circuit design will complete. So to find the value of RE, this is nothing but VE, this is nothing but VB. So how to find the value of RE? I am removing this part. Okay, here it is the relation between IC and VBE. If you know 2 current and you know 2 voltage VBE, then this is the relationship. VBE is equal to VBE2 equal to VBE1 plus VT ln IC2 upon IC1. Accordingly, you can find the value of VB. Now, what I have to find? I have to find my RE. For finding RE, what I have to do? I need the current. I need IE. So what is IE? IE, which is nothing but my IC upon alpha. This is the relation between IC and IE. And in question it is beta is given. Then how to convert alpha into beta? Alpha is nothing but beta upon 1 plus beta. Okay. Then it is nothing but 100 upon 101. Then my IE, it will become IC upon 100 into 101. Yes, it is 100 upon 101. From here, you put the value of IC as 2 milliampere. So 2 into 101 upon 100. So you will get a value of IE. This is the current that is flowing through this emitter section. Okay, this is the IE. Now, what I have to find? I have to find the resistor RE. Then how to find this RE? Similar to the RC. This voltage minus this voltage by this current. So similarly, this voltage minus this voltage upon this current. So what is the voltage that is present over here? The voltage that is nothing but VE. But in our question, what we know? We know VBE. So VBE means VB minus VE. You can see from here my base is short circuit. Sorry, my base is grounded, not short circuit, it is grounded. Means this is a zero voltage minus VE. So my VBE is nothing but minus VE. So this is my VE. Okay, this is the voltage at emitter, that is VE. Then how to find this RE? RE is nothing but VE minus this voltage minus of minus voltage. This is minus of 1.5 volt divided by the current, that is this IE I found from here. Then which value of VE then you have to use? You see here I use a current of 2 milliampere. This is 2 milliampere. Okay. Since I used a current of 2 milliampere, then I have to use my VB2 value. If I would use my current of 1 milliampere, then I should use this 0.8 volt in place of VBE, that is VE or minus VE. Okay. So this is nothing but VE, which is nothing but minus 0. Some value that you will get. Let's take this is 0.817. So 0.817 minus 0.817. Then this minus will become plus 1.5 upon the IE value that we found from here. So from here you can get the value of RE. Okay. Is it clear or not? Why I put 0.817 not 0.8? Because here I have taken my IC value as 2 milliampere. And what I found for second IC, my VB, that will be 0.817. If I would use in place of IC that is 1 milliampere, then I should use a voltage of 0.8 volt, that is in place of VE, that is equal to minus 0.8 volt. Okay. So I found my value of RE, I found my value of RC. So the circuit design is complete. Now let's do another. This is the second question. The question is on your screen. Please read it. So in the question it is given the voltage at the emitter is found to be 0.7 volt. The beta for this transistor is given as 50. We have to find the value of IC, IB, IE and VC. Okay. So for finding the value of, let's start from IE. So how to find the current across emitter, which is nothing but this voltage minus this voltage upon this resistor, and this voltage is already given, that is minus 0.7 minus of this voltage, which is nothing but 10 volt, divided by this resistor, which is nothing but 10 kilo ohm. Okay. So this is the easiest one that we found, IE, this voltage upon this negative supply divided by this current, this resistor. This is IE. Now tell me how to find the IC. IC is nothing but relation between IC and IE. What is IC? Is IE is IC upon alpha. Then IC is nothing but IE into alpha. Okay, this is the relation between IC and IE. In this question, beta is given. So how to find alpha? Alpha is nothing but beta upon 1 plus beta. So 50 upon 51. So my IC is nothing but the IE value that I found from here multiplied by 50 upon 51. That is IC. Okay. So IC is done, IE is done. Now IB. What is IB? IB is nothing but IC upon beta. This is the relation between IC and IB. From here we found the value of IC. Just divide by the 50. You will get the value of IB. or in other way how we could find IB is nothing but IC minus IE minus IC, which is nothing but IB. You use this relation or this relation, anyway you can find the value of IB. Okay, the next one is asked what is the value of VC. This is the voltage. We know this voltage, we know the resistor, we know the current, the IC. Then easily we can find this value VC. What is the value of VC? So 10 minus VC upon the 5 kilo ohm resistor, that is nothing but my IC. What is the current across the collector junction? This voltage minus this voltage upon this resistor. So this voltage 10 volt minus VC upon 5 is nothing but IC. And we know the value of IC from here. So my 10 minus VC is nothing but IC multiplied by 5 kilo ohm. My VC is nothing but 10 minus IC into 5 kilo ohm. You know the value of IC, just multiply with 5 and subtract from 10 volt. Then you will get the value of VC. Okay. Let's do another numerical. This is the third question. The question is on your screen. Please pause the video and read it once. Because in this BJT and the next chapter MOSFET, for solving any question, if you will not read the question twice or thrice, you are not going able to solve this problem. Because the data that is given in the question, that is important. So that can be drawn if you will write the data from this question. That is how it is possible. It could possible if you will read the question by twice or thrice. Okay, this is the data that I drawn from this question. The emitter to base voltage VEB is given as 0.7 volt at IE of 1 milliampere. The base is grounded. Emitter is connected with a 2 milliampere constant current source, and the collector that is connected to a minus 5 volt supply through a 1 kilo ohm resistor. The question is asked, if the temperature will increase by 30 degrees Celsius, how much will be change in del VE, means in emitter voltage, and how much a change in the collector voltage. Neglect ICBO. There are lots of things that is given in the question. Means there is no leakage current, because of magnetic charge carrier there is no current, that is ICBO. Here the base is grounded. Each and every term is important. For that you have to understand what is given in the question. So let's draw the diagram for the BJT. Now tell me whether this is NPN or PNP transistor. How you could know this is NPN or PNP, yes or no? You see here my VEB is given 0.7 volt. For NPN it's VBE. For PNP it's VBEB. Since it is given EB means it is a NPN transistor. And what is the symbol for NPN transistor? This is the symbol for NPN transistor. Means emitter will, the current that will enter at emitter, and they will let both in collector and base. Okay. Here I have grounded the base because it is given in question. Now what is given another thing, that is emitter is connected with a 2 milliampere constant current source. It means there is no resistor. Here is a constant current source of 2 milliampere that is connected across the emitter. And the collector is connected to a minus 5 volt supply. This is the collector terminal. It is connected minus 5 volt supply through 1 kilo ohm. Means there is a resistor of 1 kilo ohm. You see how I am drawing the diagram. By reading the question only you have to draw the diagram. Then only you can solve. After drawing the diagram, solving this question is very easy. But for that only you have to read the question twice or thrice. Okay. Now let's see what is asked. I will increase my temperature by 30 degrees, then what will be change in VE. Now tell me what is the relation between the temperature change along with the VBE. Means for NPN it's VBE. For PNP it's VEB. So what is the relation between temperature change? We know for every 1 degree rise in temperature, our VBE for NPN will be decreased by 2 millivolt. That's why I have written minus 2, means 2 millivolt decrease. Similarly for PNP, every 1 degree rise in temperature, my VEB that will decrease by 2 millivolt. Is it clear or not? Similar to the NPN, for PNP also, for every 1 degree rise in temperature, my VEB will decrease by minus 2 millivolt. Here it is given 30 degree rise in temperature. So for 30 degree rise in temperature, how much voltage it will decrease? my VEB, it will decrease by 30 into 2, that is minus 60 millivolt. Yes or not? So this is the change in VEB. But in our question it is given what is the change in emitter. You see VEB means VE minus VB. This is the VE minus VB. In question it is given the base is grounded. Base is grounded means VB is 0. So what is the change in VE? That is equal to 60 minus 60 millivolt. Is it clear or not? First I found the value of VEB, and how much it is decreasing as compared to the previous one. It is given 0.7 volt. After 30 degree rise, it will decrease by minus 60 volt. Okay, so the change will be, that is the VEB, which is nothing but VE minus VB. But in question it is given base is grounded. Okay, so base is grounded and VB equal to 0. So VB 0 means how much change in emitter? That is nothing but minus 60 millivolts that I found because of 30 degree temperature. Now the second question is given, what is the change in collector voltage? One thing, for this collector change in collector voltage, it is given a constant current source of 2 milliampere is flowing through emitter. Since a constant current source is flowing and it is grounded, then there will be no change at collector voltage. At VC there is no change because here IE, that is same as IC. This is the constant current source that is flowing, the same current. Here will be no current change, it is also constant. It means our IC and VC, that is the dependency, will not be there. Then there will be no change in VC. So my del VC, that is change in collector voltage, that is equal to 0 volt. Why? Because a constant current source that is flowing 2 milliampere from emitter, and that current constant value will flow through the collector. So there will be no change in voltage. Okay, so that's why my del VC equal to 0. So these are the points that you have to remember for solving any question. One thing, that is alpha and beta relation, IC, IB, IE relation. What is the these three relation with VBE for emitter, so for NPN, and for VEB for PNP. Once you have an idea about these relations, alpha, beta, IC, IB, IE along with voltage, then only it will become easy for you to solve any numerical. Also you have to check the temperature dependency, that for which cases the temperature is rising, for which cases rising in temperature voltage is diminishing. Okay. In the next class we will see the early voltage. The effect of early voltage, that we will see in the next class.